Before this video starts, I just want to say that this is just a compilation of games I've played this year, not necessarily games that have come out this year. Well, Aven, what are your credentials? I'll have you know, random commenter, that I'm a gamer. According to Steam, the average gamer played a measly 4 games, and I beat that number by over 1,000%. Here's my stats if you really want them, though, but guys, you don't really need to look at that, trust me, it's okay, just let me just take that away for you. So now throughout this video, I want you to keep in mind that my opinion's correct, and if you disagree with this video, you're wrong. Now without further ado, in no particular order, I can't believe I hadn't played this game until this year, because I loved Pony Island, and a game by the same dev, what's not to like? Also, Daniel, real quick, can you change your website design? It's a bit of an eyesore. Well, let me tell you, this game is better than Pony Island. I'd love to talk more about this game, but this is a game I personally feel like you should go extra blind into. As a merit to how good this game is, however, I will say that I not only put in 22.3 hours, I went on to completely beat Casey's mod, which you'll understand if you play the game, as well as 100% complete this game. Which means, yeah, I blew some holes in that pirate ship and then still had to look up the ARG. It was years past solved, guys. Cut me some slack. Also, I'm not smart enough for that anyways. Now, if you haven't heard of this game, I'm very surprised. I feel like this may be one of the most popular indie games this last year, and it's for good reason. Well, besides that reason that some YouTuber or something spent some time promoting it on their channel. But anyways, this game is good, like really good. It takes what you think you know about video games and says, ah! Then, what does that even mean? Well, take a look at this. Your initial bubble, once you jump off it, is supposed to pop. But if you time it just right, you can create a platform to keep going upwards. I figured out this tech, and for the next 10 minutes, I was confused on whether or not it's supposed to be in the game. Later on, I figured out that this tech is indeed intentional. You're supposed to be able to parkour on your own bubbles. It may look like a glitch, but it isn't. This game opened my eyes the deeper into the layers I went. While I may have grown emotionally attached to my little seed blob, I fear they may not have grown emotionally attached to me. And as we said our goodbyes, as I finally put the game down, I found myself crying without really knowing why. For those of you that make it to the true ending of this game, you're in for a fantastic treat. I've already talked about my love for this game, so if you haven't seen that video, go and watch it. But of course, this game is making it into my favorites I played this year. A beautiful, glorified visual novel with one very compelling character. Ame, of course, is the heart and soul of this game. Look at her. How could you not want to change her life for the better? That's what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna change her life for the better? Look at how happy she can be. The music's so nice. Well, go on and make Ame succeed. I believe in you, so go and succeed. You're gonna at least try, right? Oh, the drama in this game. Let me tell you what. This game is the first Let's Play on this channel, and it's for a reason. The story in this game is insane. Before I get into it, though, I have to bring up this stupid map. Oh my gosh, the layout of the orchard is confusing, but this map still struggled to help me. It took me the entire game to finally learn the layout, and even then I was making wrong turns. I'm not even sure how to fix this problem besides just reworking the orchard entirely, but this was a true point of frustration throughout my playthrough, especially because I wanted to talk to everyone, and sometimes I couldn't because I'd just been wandering around for 10 minutes without finding a way to them. Anyways, enough with the rant. Let's talk about the good parts of the game. The story. It goes left and right in the future, into the past. It has implicit and explicit moments. The game can be an oxymoron at times, but after you think about it, which you truly have to think about, you'll understand it. It's a story full of trauma, generational curses, lies, breaking through, growing up, and so much more. Digesting this story is hard, and I can't count the amount of times my jaw dropped. It's not like the twists and turns stop either, all the way up until the very end. Oh my gosh, the ending. I love what they did for the ending of this game, and while some of your choices may not truly matter, the ending of this game is where everything comes into play. This game is a piece of art. The storytelling in this game is unique. You get no dialogue. I loved Undertale's as much as the next guy, but these pictures really made me immersed. I actively felt closer to the story as I had to sit down and interpret what could have been said in the images. This led to even more mystery down the line, which is a big part of this game. Mystery. The questions you ask may not have the answers you desire, and they may not have answers at all. The real seller of this game is the movement and the combat. Of course, I'm really good at this game, so the boss fights were all super easy for a pro gamer like me, but even still, I had fun. Weaving ranged attacks with melee attacks, with dashes, requiring finding a rhythm to my own song. Speaking of dashes, that alone is enough to warrant playing this game. Once I purchased the chain dash, I proceeded to spend over 2 hours grinding this minigame, both on and off stream. Eventually, I got the achievement and over 1,000 consecutive dashes. But even doing that, I was having a fun time. Okay, I lied. I wasn't really having fun, but I did get a sense of pride and accomplishment, probably. This game shines in the hidden little paths that you can find and small puzzles that you figure out. I went back after beating the game to go and explore the world even more. Scanning the ground, I became a little pig, sniffing around each room, analyzing everything and anything I stood on. At first, for instance, you may just want to climb these stairs. But real quick, did you see that? If you go over here, bada bing, bada boom, oh, a little secret. I hope you guys had a similar experience, because despite how I make it sound, unleashing my inner pig was a blast. Oh, high five rush. You received so much praise, and rightfully so. Sad the studio's going away. This game is definitely more forgiving than other rhythm games. The first thing that you're going to have to do when you launch this game is crank up the music. I really recommend playing with the non-streamer mode, because then you get to hear some bangers, like the 9 Inch Nails song that I won't play for copyright reasons, but trust me, it's a banger. And once they start up, you'll be all ooh, ah. But then, once you've played through it, once without streamer mode, you can play through it again with streamer mode and get all different songs. Eventually start unlocking all these combos, which makes combat go so much smoother, and by the end of the game you're all bam, bam, boom, 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 yeah! You know? Look, I even played M&K, so there's really no spoilers. The dialogue and the story is good too. We love 808 here, my cute little robot cat. Oh, this is so adorable. Chai goes through a great character arc, and I really love Peppermint explaining science to Chai, and Chai just tunes her out. So really, nothing needs to be explained, because from Chai's, or our perspective, nothing makes sense anyways. Almost like me trying to understand why my combo didn't go off. Would it even be a list without mouthwashing? No, Aven, that's what I thought. I'm taking responsibility for this list. I want to cut my corporate cake and eat it too. And if you're sitting there thinking, Aven, you're not making any sense because what I said doesn't really make any sense, then you need to go play Mouthwashing. Of course, this is another game I strongly suggest going completely blind into. Granted, it'll be a little hard at this point considering the popularity of the game, but you can try. The storytelling in this game goes insane. I found myself thinking one thing, and by the end of the game, while I was digesting it, I had an epiphany that changed my views on parts of the story. Not only does the implicit conversational storytelling go insane, the visual storytelling go insane. You see the demons that haunt these crewmates. You face their battles with them. Their mental states materialize, and you gain an understanding of the characters you didn't have previously. It's a magical experience. You'll cry, you'll laugh, you'll go through all 5 stages of grief, and if you're anything like me, the environmental horror will be enough to jump scare you. Especially for those of you who don't have a lot of time to play games, this one is definitely worth the few hours you'll have to put in to beat it. Oh, and there's a guy who's attracted to ponies. Oh, a short beloved game. Okay, I'm biased, I admit. Because do you guys know what happens when you turn the name of this game around? You get Aven! So really, this game was actually just meant for me. This game is short like Mouthwashing, but much sweeter. Look at this cute little guy. I also have to admit that NEVA actually isn't pronounced NEVA. But in the game, it seems like you're saying... NEVA? But I already have my headcanon, I fear. Anyways, obviously the story is compelling, but the main feature of this game that really drew me in is the art. Oh, the art is so cute, and I found myself taking screenshots during stream. The scenes are just that beautiful. Before I knew it, I'd fallen in love, and you will too. The platforming in this game is pretty smooth, and there's secret, sometimes harder little bonuses that you can go choose to collect. For instance, this one, you gotta walk back and then yippee! I already collected it, so nothing happened. But if you're just playing the game and you walk forward, you don't get it. So it's definitely something to go back on and check out everything, see what you missed. Last but not least, we have... Now this is a real puzzle game. I haven't even finished it yet, and I've easily done over 50 puzzles. And they're not stupid puzzles, like jigsaw puzzles, at least not yet. This game really changed the idea of a puzzle game for me. When I thought of puzzle games, I thought of games like Limbo or Portal, but the puzzles in this game seem never-ending. And I can already tell I'll be quite sad once the game ends, and then I'll go through puzzle withdrawals and crash out. The story of this game's a little confusing for me currently. Believe it or not, the story's also a puzzle that you slowly piece together, getting information bit by bit, slowly revealing that everything you thought is potentially wrong, and you have to move the pieces around and guess until maybe, just maybe, they fit together. One of my favorite things in media is when art styles change, so once that was happening in this game, I was instantly sold. You're telling me I can give a little ring, and then I can play the game in the game, but it's actually not the game, but an arcade game, and it's also completely optional, so some people may not even see it? I'm impressed. But if there's anything I can say about this game to really make you want to play, it's that this thing genuinely keeps me up at night. I can't say how many times I've tweeted about this game and its puzzles. They just live rent-free in my head at this point. So basically, I'm being tortured, and you guys should as well. Live with me in pain. Now, I'm trying to think of a conclusion for this video, and I really can't think of a way to summarize all these games nice and easy in a little package for you. Did you guys even make it this far? I know you guys went through TikTok withdrawals for like 12 hours, so maybe I should have put more brain rot into this video. Some satisfying color mixing, or maybe some Minecraft parkour. Maybe? Is that entertaining? Well, anyways, all I'm trying to say is games are fun, and you should go play them.